Square root of a plus square root of b is equal to 7. Equation 1. Square root of a plus b is equal to 5. Equation 2. Find the values of a and b. Hello viewers, you're welcome to my class. If this is your first time coming across my video, I welcome you. My name is Aisha Bende. So we have a question to solve. Two simultaneous equations. If this is your first time, kindly click on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you get notified anytime I drop a new video here or anytime I'm live. Now let's get started. Let's solve this beautiful question on the board. Square root of a plus square root of b is equal to 7, right? And square root of a plus b is equal to 5 as equation 2. Now let's work with the second equation we have. Equation 2 is square root of a plus b is equal to 5, right? So let's simplify this. So what do we do to remove this square root sign? We are going to take the square of both sides, okay? We take the square of both sides. So let's square the left-hand side. This is going to be what? Square root of a plus b all square is equal to, we also square the right-hand side. So this is equal to 5 square. We know that in mathematics, square roots can cancel the square, right? So we are going to be left with a plus b is equal to 5 square. So that means a plus b is equal to 5 square means 5 times 5, which is 25. So here we have another equation. Let's call it equation 3. Now moving on. Since a plus b is equal to 25 from equation 2, we got equation 3. Now let's go back to equation 1. So let's say from equation 1, which is what? Square root of a plus square root of b is equal to 7, right? So what do we do also at this point? Let's take the square of both sides. Let's square both sides. So if you are squaring both sides, this means that square root of a plus square root of b all square is equal to 7. That is what we have at the right hand side, also to the power of 2. Now let's expand this bracket. Let's expand. This square root of a plus square root of b square means square root of a plus square root of b, square root of a plus square root of b. Now let's simplify this. Let's open up the bracket. Square root of a times square root of a, this will give us square root of what? A square plus square root of a times, now the next term, which is the square root of b, right? So square root ab, right? Now let's go to the second term in the first bracket. Square root of b times square root of a here is going to give us plus square root of ab also. Now square root of b times square root of b, this is going to be plus square root of b square. Okay, hope you understand up to this point. Now let's simplify this. Now we're going to be having square root of a, square root of ab plus square root of ab are like terms, so we sum them together. So this is going to give us plus 2 roots ab. Then we have okay, we have a square here, right? That is square root of a square plus 2 roots ab, then plus roots what? B square. So at this point, we can see that the square here, we cancel the square root, right? So we have a plus 2 roots ab plus the square cancels the root here. The square root, we have what? B. So this rearranging, we have a plus b plus 2 roots ab. So now this will be what? This now we now come back. Now we are now substituting. Now we now substitute here. Now square root of a plus square root of b all square is now a plus b plus 2 roots ab. Now this is now equals to what we have on the right hand side, which is 7 to the power of 2, right? So this becomes a plus b plus 2 roots ab is equal to 7 square means 7 times 7, which gives us 49. Now what this means is we have a plus b plus 2 root ab is equal to 49. Okay, but now let's look at something. If you look at from equation 3, a plus b is 25. So we're going to substitute for a plus b here as what? 25. So this becomes 25 plus 2 root ab is equal to 49. So let's color like terms and simplify. So this becomes 2 root ab is equal to 49. This is 25. It moves to the right hand side, becomes minus 25, right? 2 root AB is equal to 49 minus 25 is going to give us 24. So at this point, we can divide both sides by 2. 2 cancels 2. We have square root of AB is equal to 24 divided by 2, which is 12, right? So now we're looking for the value of AB, and here we have square root of AB. So what we can do here is we square both sides, so that the square here cancels the square root. So we'll be left with AB is equal to 12 square, which is 144. So here we have a new equation. We call this equation 4. So viewers, if you look now, remember you have equation 3, a plus b is equals to 25. And now we have another equation 4, ab is equals to 144. So we're going to work with the two equations. Let me bring out the two equations. A plus b is equal to 25. And AB is equal to 144. This is equation 3, this is equation 4. So we are working with 3 and 4. So for us to solve this, we are going to use, since we have the roots A and B, we are going to use a quadratic equation which has the form x squared minus the sum of roots multiplied by x plus the product of the roots equal to 0. So now let's substitute. Since we have the sum and the product, so this becomes x squared minus the sum of the roots, that is sum a plus b. Sum means addition, right? So the sum is 25. Let me write this so. So here we have x squared minus the sum, which is 25. Then we have x here plus the product a times b, which is 144 is equal to 0. This is interesting. So now we have a quadratic equation. We can now use any method of our choice. We can use the factorization method, the completing the square method, or we can use the formula method to solve this. So for the purpose of this class, we're going to use the factorization method. If this is your first time coming across my video, and if you have watched up to this point, thank you. Do not forget to subscribe and also click on the notification bell. So let's continue. Now let's use factorization method, right? We have 1 and 144. So 1 times 144 will give us 144, right? So we have factors of 144. We have 1 and 144. We have 2 and 72. Another factor, we have 16 times 9. That will give us 144. So what we are going to pick two factors of 144 and ensure that we add and subtract. Either we add or subtract to give us the middle term, which is minus 25. So let's pick 16 and 9. So we're going to, what do we do to 16 and 9 to get minus 25? So if you say minus 16 minus 9, this will give us minus 25. So that means we're going to replace the minus 25x with minus 16x minus 9x. So let's continue. So the equation becomes x squared minus 16x minus 9x. Then the third term, which is plus 144 is equal to 0. This is factorization method. So we'll pick the first two and the last two, and we'll put them in the brackets. So the common factor here is x. If you factorize x from x squared, we have x. Minus factorize x from minus 16x, we are going to be left with minus 16. The common factor in the next bracket is 9, so we have minus 9. If you factorize 9 from 9x, we are left with x. Minus times plus is minus. Factorize 9 from 144, we are going to be having 6. Sorry, we're going to be having 16. equal to 0. Okay, so we can see the first bracket and the second bracket, they have the same values, right? So we pick one of them. So we have x minus 16. I will pick the values outside the bracket, which is x minus 9 equal to 0. So this means x minus 16 is equal to 0, or x minus 9 is equal to 0. So what does this mean? This means that what? X is equal to 0 plus 16, which is equal to 16, or we say x is equal to 0 plus 9, which is equal to 9. So we have the values of x as what? 16 and 9. Okay, so we've gotten the value for x. That means the value for A will be equal to 16,9. Now let's get the value for B, right? We can pick any of the equation here to get the value for B. Let's pick equation 1, which is A plus B is equal to 25. Now let me substitute for A here to get B. So value for A, which is 16 plus B, is equal to 25. So B will be equal to 25 minus 16, which is equal to 9. Okay, so let me also substitute for A equals to 9. So this becomes A plus B is equal to 25. So I want to substitute for A equals to 9. This will be 9 plus B is equal to 25. So B will be equal to 25 minus 9, which is equal to what? 16. So I have the value of B to be what? 9 and 9 or 16. So now we've gotten the values of A and B. A is 16 and 9, or 9, and we have B to be what? 9, 16. So if we want to find out then if our answer is correct, we can go to equation 1 if you wish. That is from the original question, and substitute for A and B. You know we have, or we can pick equation 2, any which one of our choice. Now let's, for the purpose of this class, let's just pick equation 2. Okay, equation 2 is square root of A plus B is equals to 5. Let's see if that's true. Let's verify. Square root of A plus B. Now let's substitute. This is equal to square root of. Now if you are using A to be 16, then the B will be what? 9, right? So that means you are using the value of B to be 9. 16 plus 9 is equal to square root of 25, and square root of 25 is equal to 5. So you can see this is correct. If you wish to use now, let's use the second answer, 9. For A is equal to 9. So A is 9 plus B, which is 16. 9 plus 16 is what? 25. So we have square root of 25, which is also equal to 5. So that shows that our answer is correct. So viewers, I want us to use the values of A and B and substitute into equation 1, which is square root of A plus square root of B is equal to 7. Verify if the answer is correct. That's our activity. So easy, right? So viewers, hope we understood what we have done today. If you have any question or if you're not clear at any point from the beginning up to the end, kindly drop your question in the comment section. I will take it up from there, okay? And if there's any question you want us to solve on that simultaneous equation or quadratic equation, which you're finding challenging, you can as well drop the question in the comment section. I will pick the questions from there and make a video from it. Thank you for watching up to this point. I am really grateful for your engagement. So viewers, I am Aisha Bende once more. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye.